Picture this. You wake up, walk out into your yard, and notice the ground feels just a little unusually soft. Maybe there's this faint, unpleasant smell hanging around. Or you notice your kitchen sink is taking just a tiny bit too long to drain. It's really easy to just brush those things off as minor annoyances. But what actually happens when the ground beneath your home starts to fight back? We're talking about a scenario where a sinking yard and strong odors aren't just signs of a simple clogged pipe. Oh no, they are the immediate, blaring warning sirens of a dangerous infrastructure emergency happening right beneath your feet.
Today, in this explainer, we're going to unpack a fascinating real-world case study documented by the team at Dr. Drain. We are diving into the anatomy of a true plumbing rescue mission, fixing a completely collapsed sewer line in Northbrook. We're going to trace the exact, highly structured steps that professionals take to safely neutralize this kind of underground crisis. It's honestly a masterclass in treating a home emergency with the absolute precision of a major civil engineering project.
So here is our mission briefing for today. First, anatomy of a collapse, then diagnostics and detection, securing the work zone, excavation and restoration, and finally, the professional takeaway.
Section 1. Anatomy of a collapse. Recognizing the warning signs.
You see, before a crew even arrives on the scene, the environment itself is already telling a story of escalating structural failure. It almost always begins with something that seems totally benign, right? Like a slow drain or a passing bad odor. But because a collapsed line restricts flow, things escalate incredibly fast. Those slow drains, they turn into rapid backups, flooding right into your home. And outside, the structural failure of the pipe means water is actively escaping into the surrounding soil. That leads to persistently wet ground and eventually incredibly dangerous sinkhole-like conditions where the earth literally begins to cave in on itself.
And that brings us to the very real, hidden hazards present before a single shovel even hits the dirt. We are talking about contaminated water, harmful sewer gases, and highly unstable surfaces. A collapsed sewer isn't just a plumbing inconvenience, it's an active hazard zone. The crews and the general public are at risk of exposure to raw sewage and dangerous, totally invisible gases. Plus, that shifting ground we just talked about, it means the surface you were standing on could give way at any second. This is exactly why professionals treat the site as hazardous from minute one.
Moving right along to Section 2, Diagnostics and Detection, Identifying the Enemy.
Well, you can't fix what you can't see, right? That is exactly why technicians use advanced video inspection methods to travel deep down into the pipe. They are looking to make one incredibly vital distinction. Is this a simple obstruction, maybe some accumulated debris, or roots that can just be cleared out? Or is it a total structural failure, like what was found in the Northbrook case? The pipe hasn't just caught some debris, its physical integrity is entirely collapsed. Identifying this difference is paramount, because a structural collapse simply cannot be cleared out. It absolutely mandates excavation and full pipe replacement.
Which leads us to Section 3, Securing the work zone, the safety-first methodology.
Before the heavy machinery even fires up, professionals deploy a tactical shield to build a completely secure environment. Step 1 is all about immediate access control and pedestrian safety, isolating those hidden hazards we discussed earlier. Step 2 is absolutely critical, evaluating soil stability and mapping proximity to other utilities. Because the ground is already shifted from the collapse, accidentally hitting a gas or water line would be a total catastrophe. Step 3 involves staging materials and setting up strict containment perimeters. And Step 4, it's a massive logistical puzzle, managing wastewater flows. They literally have to establish procedures to control the flow of sewage during the repair window so the site remains stable and the surrounding area isn't further contaminated. It's a highly surgical operation.
Now for Section 4, Excavation and Restoration, the mechanical repair.
This is the physical execution phase, where the permanent fix actually gets implemented. Walking through the chronological timeline here, Phase 1, as we just saw, is staging and mapping. Phase 2 is the heavy lifting, excavating the earth to reach the compromised area and completely removing the failed pipe material. And remember, there are absolutely zero temporary patches for a collapsed line. Phase 3 is the installation of the brand new pipe. The technicians pay rigorous attention to what the industry calls bedding, ensuring the pipe rests perfectly in the soil, and connection integrity, making sure it aligns seamlessly with the existing healthy line. Finally, Phase 4 brings us to backfilling the dirt and restoring the surface. But hold on, there is a very crucial checkpoint before Phase 4 can happen.
That crucial checkpoint is final verification. Crews do not just drop a pipe in the ground, throw dirt on it, and drive away. No way. After installation, they complete rigorous testing. They have to confirm the new line is properly seated and can carry wastewater without a single leak or obstruction. only after the system meets these really strict performance standards, proving that the root cause, the actual collapse, is fully solved and not just patched over, do they finally move into surface restoration.
Finally, Section 5, the professional takeaway, why DIY falls short.
So what can we as homeowners actually learn from this Northbrook infrastructure emergency? The case study documentation puts it perfectly, stating, when sewer issues point to a possible structural failure, the priority is professional assessment and safety, not DIY clearing. This completely busts the myth that you can fix every single home plumbing problem with a plunger or a bottle of harsh chemicals from the hardware store. I mean, if you've got rapid backups, sinkholes forming, and strong odors, pouring drain cleaner into your pipes isn't just ineffective, it's ignoring a hazardous structural collapse that requires heavy machinery, safety mapping, and expert replacement. Catching it early with a professional prevents repeat failures and drastically reduces the disruption to your daily life.
Which leaves us with this final, really vital question to ponder. Do you actually know the true state of the infrastructure running beneath your feet? The Northbrook case is a massive reminder that our homes are connected to complex, completely invisible systems that require real respect and professional care. So the next time you notice a slow drain or a strange damp patch out in your yard, I hope you remember the incredible hidden anatomy of a sewer collapse and call in the professionals before the ground fights back. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.